anything,
literally
Chris.
swearing last week. I think we're fine.
All right. Welcome to the Eat Sleep Chelsea Repeat podcast. It's episode 174. Chelsea get dicked at Dickinson. I'm Craig, and I'm joined by my good friend Brady and my brother Chris. Guys, it's been a miserable fortnight here, and Chelsea aren't playing for 2 weeks, which is kind of a relief. How we feeling?
I want the manager sacked. That's how I'm
Here he is.
feeling.
Straight out the gate.
It's absolutely disgraceful. But yeah, I'm doing good otherwise.
Yeah, we used to have a sort of squeaky clean thing, but you can tell by the recent title, standards are slipping, and standards slipping all around the club. Yeah, it's just
Who cares anymore?
it.
Just swear if you want.
I very, very, very rarely like international breaks, but I am very happy that we have basically 3 weeks off because we've got the Port Vale game. But
Chris
we
is usually
basically
buzzing for the international break. You must be extra
I mean,
buzzing now.
I honestly, I should say, I'm
I've
like
got my
looking
England
forward.
top on. I've got my Chelsea top on.
I'm looking forward to the World Cup kind of thing. Like, I'm just like, I'm done. I don't know whether it's
I
because
think is this the realization you have now around like why international football's liked by
no,
loads of
it's not
fans?
that. I don't, yeah, maybe, but it's just like we had the,
Yeah,
we had
maybe
the club.
because you don't your club's rubbish, yeah, and then you
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
well,
exactly,
that's
yeah.
actually good.
And actually,
is it.
yesterday, I watched the Spurs game and then the cup final. And I know obviously it was quite funny results, but it was just so nice to watch football without like hating the game. Do you know what I mean? Just like to enjoy the actual game and like not be like.
I was
hate-
ready to watch some Leeds Brentford after the Chelsea, and then I couldn't face
It
any more
just
football.
makes you just hate football the
Yeah,
way
exactly,
like when
yeah.
it's awful. Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the game. So it's Everton 3, Chelsea 0. It's up there with Leeds. Obviously, it's the worst performance of the season. Some really shocking individual performances. Facts wise and stats wise, it's a little bit flattering of a result for Everton, who were resolute and defended well, and then sort of hit the long ball up to Beto and countered us pretty well. They started the game really well. Everton actually, first 20 minutes they were really good and really dominant, and Chelsea couldn't really do anything. But after that, the game sort of panned out into a little bit more how you would think. 64 to 36% possession in favour of Chelsea, so we had a lot of the ball again, a lot of wasteful play in the last third from us. 0.93 xg to 1.1, 12 shots to 10, two big chances each. Robert Sanchez not covering himself in glory, in this game overall, conceding some very, very poor goals. Let's start with the dislikes and then let's optimistically ask for likes afterwards. Brady, have you got anything?
Well, dislikes. There's parts of the house, parts of the foundation you thought were solid. Foregone conclusion. There's players in the squad, and I'm not. It won't be intense, but Fofana is a good example, and just to kind of, you thought he was just good. Do you know what I mean? Like we thought, right, when he's fit, he's going to be good. He's actually been like really poor recently, and it's just
he was good at the start of the season.
it's just the squad. I just don't know whether like. I think my dislike is I don't know what to dislike. Is it the players? Is it the manager? Is it the board? Is it a combo of all? Probably. I'm not really sure where to put my dislike at the moment. Is it
You
a
don't
bit of
have
bad
to
luck?
dislike anything. You can just dislike the result.
I think you do when you like lost 4 in a row, right? Like you're not going to like much, are you? Let's be honest. And like, yeah, I don't know. We don't look like a serious team at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. That PSG might have put the train off the track a bit. I don't know what's going on.
I think that's what poor managers do. They can make people look worse than they are. And I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah,
I think
I don't know.
I think that's
I
fair.
genuinely think like the shape, the people in it, everything looks awful.
Is it Rosini's fault that like Fofana's jogging back for the Newcastle goal?
Well, I
Is that his
think
fault?
he's asking a lot from Fofana right now. Oh, well, both our centre backs, just the way he's pressing, right? Like you leave them with a lot of space.
So my dislike for this is the stat that came out. I think it was before the game or after the game, and that's just Chelsea have been outrunning every Premier League game this season, which is an absolute disgrace. You think about some of those games we've played as well. To get outrun by the opposition in every single game, Premier League game, is unforgivable, and it kind of stinks of like what's going on with how we're playing at the moment as well. We were outrunning this game as well. They highlighted it on Match of the Day. It's just the lethargicism, or everything about how we're playing. There's no urgency. I go all the way back to the Crystal Palace game at the beginning of the season, game week 1. People are walking about for throw-ins. It's 0-0. The game's there to be won, and it's kind of a theme all season. Is the urgency for these guys just isn't quite there.
Yeah, I think I completely agree that I think if there's one stat to pin on the wall before we play City, it's that you've been outrun by every team that you've played so far this season. Let's try and change it. Teams with less possession don't necessarily cover more total distance either. That's not a correlation in stats. I just had a quick check on that because obviously Chelsea are a high possession team. Liverpool is another team that's been outrun by the majority of their opponents this season. I was thinking it might be a correlation between that, but no, it looks like Arsenal are outrunning teams as well. So yeah, I mean it's a really disappointing. Obviously, there are some factors that play into that. The Club World Cup and having to manage minutes for players and
to not do it once though.
Players. But I think at this point in the season, you've only got 2 months left of the season. It's all or nothing. It's time to put in the hard yards, I think, and then just get through to the World Cup.
I think the problem in this game is, like, if we talk more about the Everton-Chelsea game, is when you're watching it, Everton looked like a team that were playing to try and get in the Champions League, and Chelsea looked like a team that were playing for nothing. I mean, the press from Everton, we froze completely in it. We looked out of ideas, playing out from the back. And then when they got their goals, it gets to the point of the game where we're looking to score. We also look clueless. And we never really laid a glove on them. Like, I just don't...
Yeah, I mean, Pickford,
I don't know.
We are getting some forms of variance where I think Pickford was man of the match in this game for Everton. Had a really good game.
I think Beto was, right?
Oh, Beto was man of the match. But, Pickford with an 8.5, he was second man of the match. And obviously we've run into some good goalkeeping performances as well. I think in the last game against PSG, Safanov was man of the match for PSG, and then against Newcastle, I think Ramsdale was also man of the match. Yeah. So we've obviously run into some good goalkeeping performances of late as well. He did make a good save in that game. But
I think he made one good save.
Yeah, we've obviously run into some good goalkeeping performances as well. And look, these results are incredibly flattering for opposition. There's no doubt about that. But there's also huge concerns about the style of play and the way we're playing. Any likes before we move on to talk about the players?
Quick like from me. He did realise that he has to invert a player into midfield and play 2 wingers, which isn't perfect. It's basically Maresca, essentially, roughly. And it isn't a perfect way to play, but with our squad makeup with 4 wingers, it's
what is
kind
the
of way
perfect way to play?
Well, I don't know, but what I'm saying is it's not going to save our season.
No.
But when you've got 4 wingers and you've got, not enough meat in midfield, really. In this game, in the first half, Enzo was just getting transitioned out. Like it was like potch ball, basically. Like we need to have 2 wingers because it's the only way we're going to threaten teams. We just don't threaten teams enough when we have one. We're too lopsided. Like I think it was the Newcastle game. You've got Malo Gusto playing right wing back, basically. It's just you can't. And Neto playing. Well, in this game, in the first half, actually, it was Gusto right wing back and basically Neto left wing back. You can't win football matches.
So what was the like? The like was that we inverted a.
He changed, didn't he? He changed. Yeah. He changed formation. He realised, he went to he went. I mean, I know Caicedo got roasted by Ndiaye, but Caicedo right.
He cut inside him, but I mean, it was.
Caicedo right back coming in with Lavia playing is what Maresca was looking to do if Lavia was fit, right?
Quick shout on Iliman and Ndiaye. Like, what do we think? Left wing option for the summer for us. 26 years old.
We always get linked to someone who scores versus us every year. That's what happened with Neto.
Quite a good player, I think.
I think he's a really good player. But
he's all right.
Yeah,
he's been in some good form for Everton of late.
He would have made a difference if he was in our team.
How many goals has he got this year?
He has 6 goals and 3 assists, so 9 GA in 2,100 minutes.
Probably more than all of our wingers combined. Exactly. Not Neto, actually. It's probably
why? What's Neto?
Everyone else, though.
Neto's got 6.
He's on like
that's identical to Neto, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 and 4, so 9 GA, playing 2,200 minutes. But obviously for a much worst team in Everton. Well,
And Neto hasn't scored since
Are they much worse? They're like 2
Yeah.
points behind us.
According to the table, they're not much worse.
Neto hasn't
Most
scored
people
this year,
would
though, has
say
he?
they're much worse.
in the league.
They've also
Isn't that how we determine
scored. They've also scored 37 goals compared to Chelsea's 53, so considerably worse attacking team. Yeah,
They've conceded fewer goals than us, though, right?
Yeah, but in terms of attack, I think if you translate that attack and you get a huge amount more goals from Ndiaye, probably
They've conceded fewer goals than us, and their defence is
the other thing I like about Ndiaye
Keane
is
and Tarkowski.
He works really, really hard on the pitch, and you saw that in this game where he was up and down. Well, you guys want the experience, some of you. I don't know if you both do, but some of you want the experience. They're 26 years old. Perfect.
Granddad.
Coming into his prime.
He might as well get down the. He might as well get down the nurse line. He's finished. 26.
Let's move on to temps and talk about the players. Terrible. Right.
Let me get after Gusto.
Yeah, freezer. Chris, the floor's yours.
Gusto's in the freezer every week, bruv. He's in the freezer every week.
He didn't even play the second half.
Let's talk about it.
Gusto's mastered this thing, right? Where if you pass him the ball, he looks forward and then he says, I'm gonna turn back and pass it to Fofana.
Can I give you the
He's
defense
absolutely
for Gusto,
amazing at this.
No, let us have Craig. Shush. Let us have the prosecution first. Come on, man.
In this game,
let us level this geezer, man. Come on, he is not good enough for this club. I don't say that. He is not good enough. He's not good enough for West Ham. This boy, yeah, he's rubbish, Gusto, and he will never ever be good enough. He looks childish on the ball. It's like he literally can't kick it like an adult. He is rubbish, and shouldn't be at the club. And it's simple as that. Like, tell me Gusto's good attributes. There's none.
His work rate.
There's none, is there?
I was actually
work
going to
rate.
use this as an example actually later to say that I was going to talk about a player in the squad.
Even that shot against PSG, the goalkeeper let it in, basically. Yeah. I mean, he scuffed it. He can't cross.
He's not good, Gusto.
What can he do?
You can't beat a man. You can't if you're playing on the wing, right wing back. You have to be able to beat a man with the ball. When he looks up at Michaelenko, he's absolutely useless. What is the point of him on this pitch? Look at this passing. Look at the passing there to him. He just passes it back.
I'm gonna bring up the passing network for you guys on the screen. Hang on, I don't know if people on YouTube can see this. Let me put it up in this tab so that I know that they can.
I'm gonna write my own little diagram, Gusto.
But the way we play, which is ridiculous, is Gusto ends up being so incredibly isolated on this right. It's like using a side of the pitch as like a decoy. Like he just gets the ball.
Yeah, but
the
thing is, if anyone good, I counted it. Let's say Esteval got the ball there. He could get it up the pitch. Esteval could do something being isolated.
I completely agree with that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just using if you're asking Gusto to operate on a side of his pitch with no support, I'm going to tell you he's going to play rubber. Like he's not going to do anything. So
I feel bad for him because he's playing right wing back and he can't cross and he can't run and he can't do anything.
Yeah, and Palmer's not helping
useless.
him at all. Palmer's like glued to Pedro in the centre, and like Lavia's like he's like a non-existent attacker.
And this is the main reason why I say two wingers, because he just can't have Gusto being right wing back. He's rubbish.
But this was this is known before the game started. So either he thinks Gusto's better than he is, or within 10 minutes of the game, the first thing I said in our chat was, What is Gusto doing? He's just giving the ball back to Fofana every time he gets it. Yeah. Like he has to swap it there and then. Why are we waiting till half time? Just wasted a half.
Did really well.
It's crazy.
Was create those triangles on the sides. The trio of players that sort of play those interactive triangles on the left side. We did have it a little bit with Cucurella, Enzo, and Neto, but on the right side, if you look with Palmer, Lavia, and Gusto, there's absolutely nothing there. I mean, that right side, like I said, it's like a part of the decoy aspect of the game, and
I think that's more to do with Gusto than the tactics. No. I think he's anticipating that Gusto can carry the ball, up the pitch, and that brings people over.
If if you're anticipating Gusto carrying the ball forward, I've got news for you.
Well, why is he playing there? He must
exactly.
I mean,
I think
he can do that, right?
It's really poor coaching. It's really, really poor coaching.
You want Gusto where Fofana is, right? Really?
You don't really want Gusto on the pitch at all.
I want him if there's like a little bench picture in any of these.
The thing is as well, I know I'm getting on Neto a lot, but the thing is as well that happens is when Gusto plays right wing back, they put Neto left wing, and he's not good. He's not good there. Pedro Neto hasn't played right wing. I think the only game he's played right wing recently was Wolves away, and he was much better. And I think he played in the 10 against Hull. Otherwise, they chuck him out at the left wing back, and he's rubbish there. Well, he's worse. So it's like it's a double effect. Like you take Neto off the right to put Gusto there, and then you don't play Garnacho. It's like a double effect.
When was the last time Pedro Neto scored in the Premier League?
Long time ago.
He plays every game for us. When was the last time he scored a goal?
Do
you actually remember? I have
Burnley
no idea.
Burnley away, maybe. Was that the goal?
Yeah.
When he scored a header?
No, Leeds away, and just
the old
December.
The consolation goal, as I call it.
I mean, he's playing on the wing for us every game.
The thing with Neto is he's just been played through bad form, and it just is what it is. I feel a bit sorry for him. I know I get on him, but they just chuck him out on the left wing.
I don't feel sorry for him in any
he's
way.
Just not good enough.
People talk about experience and age and all the nonsense that they get with players, Prem experience and all this. He's supposed to be in his 26 years old.
Yeah, but the problem is he's playing on, like say, he's playing left wing back.
Yeah, but he's
when
not
he was
playing
playing
every
right
game
wing.
at left wing back. He's not playing every game at left wing.
He's played
right wing a lot.
Yeah, he is though. He's playing left wing a lot because Palmer was playing right wing in all these games recently.
Also, that passing map, what does it tell you? That passing map, what does it tell you? Palmer doesn't want to play right wing anymore. He always comes inside now.
Well,
he basically plays.
The fact is, all these guys just keep swapping positions is inherent of the fact this team is just so poorly set up.
You say it's tactical, Craig, but it can't be tactical where it's like Gusto's literally in like the Wild West by himself.
I think that
Palmer's like, I can't. Palmer needs binoculars to see him.
They want to focus the play down the left.
In the Club World Cup, when Gusto was going forward in the Club World Cup final, Palmer was close to him. That was the plan. Like, they weren't miles apart, right?
Under different coaching, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it just Gusto being right wing back in the team just makes the whole team 30% worse, basically. Not just him. It's a knock-on effect.
It's a nightmare for us.
He's very bad under pressure passing as well. He's so casual on the ball.
You can't win a league playing Gusto. I mean, we want high aspirations. You can't be a top 4 team having Gusto right wing back and Pedro Neto left wing. You just can't.
Well, we're just going to end up not creating enough chances and you get beat like this because you give away chances as well.
I know people don't like Garnacho, but
next freezer.
Left wing.
Next freezer is Brady. You got Enzo in the freezer. I thought Enzo was really good in this game, so I'll be
really good.
Yeah.
Was he playing in this one? I don't remember him.
I don't remember any. I don't. Well, why don't you start while he was really good then?
Well, I think he was one of our better players.
Well, tell me things that he did really well in this game.
Just on the ball, I think he was good. Obviously,
there's three things.
0.2 XA.
Yeah. He helped our XG.
That got,
he missed it.
Well, he had two amazing efforts that got saved.
He missed a sitter.
He didn't miss it. That was
okay, right. This is what Enzo Fernandez does. Yeah, when he shoots, when he shoots, everything's a set piece. So have you noticed when he shoots, it's either like he's got to stop and he's got to curl it in, right?
Mm.
The thing with Enzo is he's very, very, very good technical player, very good, and he's got very good at box crashing, and he improved that. And that's something he wasn't good at. Didn't really have at all in his early career, and he's become a bit of a box crasher like Lampard was, and he gets goals that way. The thing is, though, is that you can't play Enzo Fernandez long term in the 10 for this club. He's not good enough. I'm sorry. I maybe you disagree, but
I do.
And they're thinking like, what you would play Enzo long term in the 10 for us with the other players. Yeah, when you have Esteval and Palmer hanging about, so this is where we just completely disagree. Like Esteval and Palmer are the future of 10 in this club, in my opinion.
So the way that most teams attack, where you have 5 at the top end of the pitch. And you'll either have 5 or 6, but most teams in a lot of games will have 5. You have 2 10s. One will be Enzo on the left side, and the other will be Palmer or Esteval on the right side. That would be the ideal setup for the.
But with one winger though, right?
Yeah. So no, 2 wingers. So the 5.
We haven't been doing that though.
No, we haven't been doing that. Yeah, you're right. But the Enzo still plays 10 in that that role.
We're basically playing Enzo. He's out in left wing basically a lot of the time.
No, he plays. I know when it's set up like that, but he plays left 10 a lot.
And also, what happened this year's game is when he put Caicedo to right back, and Enzo went back to the 6 or the 8, he just looked lost. And I think there's clearly a lot that we don't know how much he actually wants to go, but clearly he might want to go, right? Like it's obvious, like you're not coming out with stuff like that in public. Like, like Simon Johnson said, if you're saying that, let me finish. Like, if you're saying that in public, what's he saying behind the scenes? And he's got a big influence in the dressing room as well. Like, what are other players feeding off that? They want to go as well. I think if Enzo Fernandez wants to move on, I think we are in quite a comfortable place to move on from him. I'll put it that way. I think if you keep him, you can adapt him, but I don't think. I actually think he restricts us in the way we play quite a lot, because he's too slow. He's too slow for the league. Like
I think the big issue with him is he can't shoot properly from outside the box.
Like that shot for Pickford, it looks like a really good attempt. Pickford, it's an easy save. You know where he's going. He literally he's playing a golf shot. He stops it and he goes. Whoosh. He can't put his foot through the ball. Like Caicedo is 5 times a better shooter than him because he can put his foot through the ball. When you ever seen Enzo for that? Well, yeah.
Caicedo actually had a shot in this game, and it was.
For me, who do you want box crashing, Palmer or Enzo? And for me, it's all. I know Palmer's out of form this year, and he's not been great. But that goal against Wolves, do you know what I mean? He crushed the open play goal. That's where you want Palmer. Box crashing. Palmer is not around the box enough. You need to get Enzo out of 10.
I actually think
it's as simple as that.
I have the opposite opinion on Palmer over the last 5 games. Is that he's not involved enough in our build-up play. He gets way too isolated in some games.
You need Palmer around the box, in the box, shooting. Palmer's not shooting enough.
I think we've really seen the impact on our build-up play when he's not involved in it. And one of the things Maresca did, especially against man-to-man presses, was drop Palmer really deep, which really messed with the press and was able to get us up the field much easier. And we haven't really seen that under Rossini at all. He's been sort of glued to João Pedro. And what happens in these situations as well, especially in the first half in these games, where you glue Palmer...
You're talking about the system. I'm talking about the player, though. This is temps. It's not like tactical temps. It's not a tactical temps, is it?
Yeah, but
I'm talking about the player.
He's not in the game. He's not in the game, Palmer, in the first half. Like he's just not.
But I'm talking about Enzo
touching the ball.
Unless you put Enzo in the 10, I think he's untenable in this team because he can't play in a double pivot. He's too slow.
Sure, he was at 10 in this game.
So
Palmer had 1 touch in the opposition box in this game.
It's not good enough. Palmer is our best player attacking wise. I know he's been poor this year, but he is our best player, and he will be good again. So you need to build the team around him, not Enzo Fernandez. Not Enzo Fernandez.
This is the problem with how we're playing, obviously. As well.
Honestly, if Enzo Fernandez, like Craig, you're defending him, yeah. If Enzo Fernandez went to Real Madrid for 90 million, you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I didn't say it was
you're like calm. Sure. Like if Palmer went to Man United in the summer, if Palmer went to Man United in the summer, you're like, oh my god, what have we done, sort of thing. Like with Enzo goes, you're like, fine. We have so many. It's true though.
Sure. Well, let's get Cole Palmer.
I agree with that. I think if Palmer went, everyone would be up in arms. If Fernandez went, everyone would be like...
Well, I don't think Fernandez is very well appreciated in the fan base overall. I don't think he's massively
because he's not offering enough.
Because Craig, for good reason. Like he's box crashed, so he's got loads of goals.
He is appreciated amongst like high-end tactical circles. I think you see a lot of like tactical accounts talk about Enzo and in a much better light than what a Chelsea fan would talk about him. I think it's partly to do with his personality as well. I don't think he's a very endearing personality. See all the stuff.
Well, yeah, it's not great when you're coming out when you got slapped 8 to an aggregate and he goes, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go or not." And he's one thing I want to talk about.
Just that, yeah.
I think the main thing I wanted to get to. Sorry, 30 seconds. He should not be vice captain. He is not a captain. He is just whiny. And what a leader is someone when you're losing and you're in the trenches, you rally the troops. He ain't that. He's a good winner, Enzo Fernandez. And
so I think this is a very British take. Like he would be considered a leader in
he's not a good leader. He's basically just
because he whines. But I do think that I agree that I think like from a British like captain leadership point of view, he's not respected in that way. Whereas he's a very continental style player, and it doesn't really suit definitely the Chelsea fan base. But I don't think
or
he
the Chelsea
suits the
team.
English fan bases either. I completely disagree. He doesn't suit the team. I think he's been really good this season. In fact, if you were to name our top 3 players,
What for a leadership? Well, Fernandes wouldn't be in the top 3. No way.
Who's in the top 3?
Pedro.
Yeah.
Caicedo.
I don't know about that.
I think Cucurella.
I put Caicedo above Enzo all day. People are overrating.
Keep going. They keep going though. We've got 2.
Chalobah.
Chalobah's up. I think Chalobah's 4th. Yeah.
Look, this team hasn't got any leaders in it. I mean, most of these guys don't even get into their international teams. I mean, how many people starting in this team for us are starting for their country? Caicedo, Cucurella, Fernandes.
Palmer would be if he was fit.
Pedro doesn't start for Brazil. He will do.
I think he will start for Brazil.
An injury now.
That's actually a very good point. Cucurella does, right?
Cucurella.
I mean, even Palmer's not even guaranteed to start, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, Palmer's obviously come back from injury, and he's got a very tough.
It's a very good point, Chris.
Very good team.
This is where this team's at, though. It's just a bunch of people who are not quite good enough for their country. And international football, it should be a lot easier to get into
Pedro
this team
Neto starting
sometimes.
for Portugal?
No, I don't think so.
No. I think he does play for them, though. But he's not the first name on the team sheet, is he?
He's in around it, but yeah, he's not. Yeah.
I think Leao plays left.
And obviously Colwill would probably start for England.
My main tag was just... I think with Fernandes...
I don't think that's true.
If Fernandes wants to go...
Who's starting ahead of Colwill?
I think Stonesy, Maguire.
Stones?
We're probably sure. Stonesy.
I think the centre-back duo.
Gahey starting.
Gahey and Colwill, I think, would be the
Colwill hasn't kicked a ball. He ain't getting anywhere.
No, I'm saying if Colwill had been fit this season, I think that would have been...
Was he playing before? I don't think so.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. This isn't like, we've come from a world of having international captains. Now we're struggling with.
Who's your freezer, Craig?
Who is the captain of Argentina? Is it still Messi?
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Who's your freezer, Craig?
What is the brewery round?
We've gone off of it. So I want to talk about Rob Sanchez. Obviously, horrendous for both the 2 goals.
Sorry for him.
Why do you feel sorry for him?
Well, look, Rob Sanchez is obviously a bit of a, I wouldn't say basket case, but like he's a bit of a brittle personality, right? And I mean, that's not the coach's fault. And I'm not saying he's playing poorly now because he got dropped, but it will affect him. Like I put 20% of Sanchez's form in this game down to Rossini. I don't think he should have dropped him.
Okay. Well, you can put a percentage attribute to Rossini, but the other 80% anyway, way too slow off his line for the first goal. There's a pass that comes from James Garner that's almost at the halfway line. No pressure on the ball, by the way. But pass comes through. Fofana's ahead of him. He scores the goal approaching the 6-yard box. I mean, it's almost as bad as what you would expect from like Kepa when he used to be like hilariously glued to the line. And yeah, it's shocking goalkeeping, and that people will blame that goal on Fofana. But he if you watch his reaction, he cannot believe that the goalkeeper's not got it. He just can't believe it, and I'm in the same boat. It's poor from Fofana, but it's absolutely shocking from Sanchez. And as for the second goal, I mean, it's another comedy of errors between both Fofana and Sanchez.
That was poor, yeah, it's poor.
I mean, Fofana just completely lets the guy go. Talk about getting tight to your man, and then instead of blocking any aspect of the shot, he's so far away from him, he can't even block the effort. And obviously it goes in between Sanchez's legs, but it's a horrendous goalkeeping again.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, obviously nothing you can do about the third goal, but the game is completely over at 2-0 at 62 minutes basically. So
the third one you can't show inside, can you? That's just so bad. But the first one, I think it's also a really good finish as well, right? It's absolutely incredible.
But he should never ever get there. I mean, if you look at where goalkeepers
play, he was there though, wasn't he? He was like a split second. It's so close.
If you're going to be
blaming him,
if you're going to be a top team, play a high line, whatever, the goalkeeper has to sweep. And you saw even Kepa was sweeping in the Carabao Cup final yesterday, and hilariously almost got a red card.
Yeah, I mean the club have bought. I mean, the club went through a phase of buying like 5 or 6 goalkeepers and the two they've kept are not good enough to really win a league, probably.
So we've gone through phases with
Sanchez
Sanchez. We were talking about in December, Sanchez being our player of the season. That's where we were at in December.
Well, he was definitely the most improved.
We had a conversation on this pod though about whether he was the player of the season, Sanchez.
He did.
So, look, we're not going to pretend that the rest of the season hasn't existed. He has played well in a lot of games. He was poor in this one for sure.
A lot of people were convinced that we didn't need to sign a goalkeeper now, and Sanchez is the guy. And so, what's the status on that now? Do we need a goalkeeper?
I think the fact that the club wanted to sign Maignan last season and then pretended that they didn't and said they trusted the goalies is indicative of the fact that they still need a goalie. There's a message around Penders that he's the next someone, although he's never kicked a ball for Chelsea, so jury's out, as is a lot of people who turn up at Chelsea. We actually don't know if they're good enough. So
it's a big gamble.
Let's
I
not
think,
put all our
a 20-year-old goalkeeper start for us next season.
You can't start putting all your eggs in Penders. He's going to let you down.
The thing with Chelsea is
he can't be perfect, can he?
If they buy a goalkeeper, they got to sell too. Basically, they just won't be bothered to do that. From a business standpoint, they'll just be like, "Well, if they get a new keeper, Jorgensen and Sanchez will go because they'll bring Penders in and it'll be number 2." So,
which is why you always have that kind of the main goalie and then like a bit of an older, experienced goalkeeper because they know they're not really playing. Whereas Chelsea want to keep some sort of competition going.
I don't think that's the case for top teams now. I think you've seen Raya and Kepa for Arsenal. I think you see James.
Kepa's old now.
James Trafford was.
Trafford looks like he's going to cry every time because he knows he's not going to play any league games. Craig, no other manager in the league does what we do.
Also, they signed Trafford under the pretense they were going to play him before Donnarumma became available.
They spent 80 million on 2 goalkeepers.
Just talking about the goalkeepers.
Not deliberately. Like they bought Trafford
by accident,
and then
sort of like they were just out one day and they're like, oh shit, we've signed Donnarumma.
No. And then Donnarumma became available afterwards, and then they signed him.
Yeah. It's the classic Ekitika Isaac, isn't it? Got too many.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the classic.
Kepa's 31. I mean, I don't think he's a young.
I'll say this: I'd rather have Rob Sanchez
starting in the Premier League last season.
I'd much rather have Rob Sanchez and goal than Jorgensen.
Who for?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Like if Rob Sanchez was in goal for both, we wouldn't have lost that tie 8-2, would we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
no chance. I mean, I think we lost a tie, but
you never know.
We're not losing 8-2. We're not losing 8-2.
Well, he doesn't give away the third goal. Maybe he gives away a goal before that anyway. He definitely saves the fourth shot.
He was in goal at home when we conceded 3, but they were pretty good goals, to be fair.
The first one, I think he should.
Two of them were amazing.
Right, let's talk about anyone that you guys have got warming up. I think we've done Sanchez to death.
I think Lavia I thought was probably the best of a bad bunch in this game. I really enjoyed what he brought to the game with his forward passing and his ability to turn on the ball. I think it was a big difference. Not often that Caicedo is one of the worst midfielders on the pitch, but this was that day. And I thought Lavia actually outshined him quite a lot. He didn't press that well for the first goal. There was some confusion around who should be doing it. Also, none of our players seem to be pressing. I mean, that's just a general issue, I think. Everyone's just walking around. Guess it explains the being outrun. But I thought Lavia was shining light. He tried a lot of good passes. There were a lot of positions where we were driving forward from his passes from midfield into some areas, and then nothing happened naturally. So, yeah, I think there was a lot of criticism of him before from the cameos, but good to see him back starting, and I think he's going to play a big part in the next difficult fixtures we've got. And he can be a difference maker in our team for getting the ball forward. There was a really nice move where he had passed it, I think, him to Enzo to Palmer, and we're in the last third, so got to keep going with that and work on it a bit harder. There were loads of issues defensively and playing out from the press that weren't his fault, but I think he did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Athletic reported the Lavia conundrum. Off the ball, he's a little slow, and he's not anywhere near a Caicedo in terms of, nowhere near in terms of getting the ball back. But on the ball, he can do things that nobody in our midfield can do. There was a moment where basically he saw the through ball, hesitated, or kind of got half tackled, and then still scooped himself round and still did it. Where 99% of footballers will put the ball back. Like, he is so brave on the ball. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, Chelsea 2.0 or whatever, Chelsea next season is Lavia there, Palmer 10 and wingers. Because he just makes Cole Palmer, he will make Cole Palmer so much better. Because Cole Palmer will come in the pocket and he'll get the ball and he'll be in space and then we're cooking. Like, there's so many times that Enzo or Caicedo, look, Palmer shows, he goes, oh, you're not good enough to pass it in there. And that's it. Like, I think he's worth the squeeze. Like, I know, Craig, you think he's too slow, he's not good enough on the ball. And maybe he's a bit of a luxury.
Like, massively
bit of a luxury. But, like, if you put Enzo in there, go back to Enzo. Enzo's slow in there.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't
want him in there either.
I think Lavia Caicedo pivot's nice. I think it can work.
It provides us something, I think, in some games. This game not being one of them, I think this is a good example of why I would never play a fixed double pivot in a game against Everton, because when you get in possession and control, there's no rotations and movement. It's very easy to defend.
He'll be so good versus low blocks, though. Yeah, so good.
Yeah, well, he's good against presses, right? Like, he gets you out of a press.
I think
really
he's good in any game.
One of the best I've seen at getting the ball under pressure and making a good pass. And it does get blocked and intercepted sometimes, which is obviously the risk. But, like, he's really good at getting that ball out and through the centre. And you can see why lots of managers would really value and like that. Yeah, but obviously, like you said, the Athletic wrote an article. There's lots of people that think that Lavia is an absolute liability defensively, and you can't play that in central midfield. And
so,
I think that I would agree.
He really improved physically. Like, he's not.
Well, you would agree that you think he's a liability.
Defensively, I think I don't think he's offering enough.
He's so young.
I think the only way you can play Lavia in that spot is if you play Caicedo as right back and invert him in, and then you can get to the Caicedo Lavia pivot, but still have a rotation going forward. So this is what I think. If we go back to the game,
almost as many defensive contributions as Caicedo. I don't get that. Yeah. I think that's a load of nonsense.
I think you can see him physically exposed in these games. This has been exactly the same as what Enzo would. But if we go back to the end of last season, I think Liverpool at home. I'll try and find the game. Anyone remember the date of Liverpool at home?
3-1.
So this is 3-1. If we look at the lineup here, I believe this is it. Yeah. So this is exactly how I would set up going forward here, where Caicedo plays this inverted right back role, then you can play Lavia next to him in this, and they invert into the double pivot, and then you can push Fernandes into
Palmer 10, 2 wingers.
Yeah, exactly. But Enzo plays this Enzo plays this centre midfield role, but he plays it.
Was that Neto right wing
where
as well?
He box crashes.
Yeah.
And this to finish the season, I don't know what's going on with Chalobah, but Colwill potentially is back. We could play Estevan instead of Neto, who's obviously dreadful. We can play João Pedro at striker, and I think this team starts to look pretty good when you do that.
I think the issue with the Everton game is Lavia and Caicedo are in the team, and then all the people in front of them were abysmal, and all the outlets on the wing were even worse than them, which is Gusto, who's giving you nothing, so it's dead end, and then it's all on Neto, and he's in the wrong position. So,
playing wing.
When Lavia's playing the ball through.
Football's a simple game.
The guys up front are so poor, they don't know what to do.
Put man in their best position. It's not hard.
Yeah, I don't think Caicedo playing right back is his best position, but I think that does work.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the wingers.
He's better than Gusto, isn't he?
Exactly. A way of getting... He's definitely better than Gusto.
You're on about Enzo 10. Cole Palmer's like 4 times the 10 that Enzo is. Like, I don't want to... I know you have split 10s, but...
Exactly. They're both playing 10 in that.
Caicedo, Lavia pivot. And if Lavia improves off the ball and he's young and he's just come back from injury as well, I think Caicedo, Lavia pivot. This is what I think. João Pedro striker, Palmer 10, that pivot, 2 really good wingers. We've got a shot at being a good team.
Sure. It's not really about.
But
it's not about Lavia, really. It's just I don't want to see any more of this fixed double pivot. I don't enjoy it. There's some games where it's really good. In fact, City might be one of them where you can sort of sit because you're not going to be in transition as much, and you're probably not going to be in sustained possession as much.
Play to your strengths, and our strength is those 2 in the middle. Everyone else is this game. We're playing to Gusto at right wing back. I mean, is that our strength? It's just a load of nonsense, which is why this guy should be sacked. But that's the problem with this team is we're looking at an area of the pitch where we're actually quite good, and the other areas where we're dreadful, like defending and
I wouldn't
attacking.
say we were good
They just get
in
missed.
this game in central midfield.
Well, we were fine, I think. It wasn't an issue in midfield. The issue was defensively.
Little shout out to Esteval,
Yeah.
Came on, lit the game up. I mean, it's not. It's sometimes easy when you come on, but he did look fit, back on it, and he's just got to stop. The thing is, this lot, they're over it. We're over it. Everyone's over it. We're like too much Chelsea. Can't be bothered. Long season, too many games. This kid is fresh, and he can get the fans off his seat. Like I just play him most games. Like, just get him in the team. Or just get him more minutes.
He has to start going forward.
I don't know. I'm not going to. Yeah, he has to start regularly.
And maybe not City. That would be maybe. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe he will.
I'll start him against Port Vale. Just play him.
Oh yeah, he will. He will play against Port Vale. I think. Yeah.
Just.
But I assume is he going to Brazil for these games? I don't know. I did see it. A lot of our players were going to the US to play friendlies. I mean, I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
It's a good place to go.
World Cup.
Yeah, I think Esteval came on and he did what we were looking for, which was when you get the ball, you run at the person in front of you, and
exactly.
Get him commit to a foul or beat him, and then he wins a corner. I mean, thank goodness someone was trying something. It was actually horrible. It was horrible to watch a lot of these guys in attack. I mean, Fernandez was abysmal, but Esteval, at least he tried something. He tried to commit people. He tried to take people on, and he got to some good positions.
He skimmed through players. He just went past them.
He was brilliant.
The arrogance of youth. We need a bit of that. We've got a lot of like world-weary players playing the same system. They're bored. This kid's like, give me the ball. I'll give it a go.
Did you see the clip of him running to get the ball after the indictment?
Yeah.
So I just think he's got something about him, Esteval. He's very, very special.
Showing the rest of these idiots up, to be honest. I mean,
what's crazy is Palmer used to be like that, and when he gets the ball, I mean,
what's really pissing me off about Chelsea at the moment? They're doing this stupid huddle, and then that's the last time they're connected the whole fucking game. Like to be honest, like, do you know what I mean? It's just there's so much heat on this huddle, and centre spot. And when you get in the game,
it got booed in the game.
And Rossini is saying they were let's think about the context of this game as well.
I'm not talking about the huddle.
Liverpool lost. This will annoy me about this game the most. Liverpool lost at Brighton, which I thought they would because it was a tough game for them. Massive opportunity for Chelsea. You win the game, you go level on points with Villa, you put loads of heat on Villa, and you get that. And then they're edgy. Why are you edgy at Everton? We're making Everton look like 1970 Brazil. Everton ain't that good. We're sitting here like, oh, Everton, they're poor at home, Everton. Barely got a point a game. Before this, they have minus goal difference at home. And we got tanked 3-0. It's just not good enough.
They're playing Jake O'Brien at right back.
Just the whole approach to the game. The whole approach to the game. Like in the tunnel, it's weird. In the tunnel, they look focused. I thought, all right, here we go. And they come out and they're all like 6s and 7s.
The first 20 minutes of the game was as bad as we've played for a ridiculous. Long time, I've got to say.
It doesn't hold much hope because every game's a final now. And like, I don't know, maybe they'll just give up this season.
I think the worst part of the game was it got to kind of like 2-0 down. And they were kind of trying this a little bit the most of the game is Keane and Tarkowski they want to head the ball. That's all they want to do. They don't want the ball played in and around them on the floor. They want to head it. So we were just crossing the ball into them. I mean, how bad of management can you get if you're doing that? Just ludicrous. And Pedro isn't that tall. Right? Is that the game? So bizarre.
It's just the whole.
Let's move on and talk about the Prem. We'll go around the grounds with round 31 of the Premier League. We'll see some good results in and around for us. We'll start with the Friday night football, which was Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2. Yeah,
this was some more controversy with some two decisions that seem to be identical and had completely different outcomes, which, as usually happens, kind of game week to game week, this happened in one game. So maybe a bit unlucky, but good result for us.
I think I'll be getting Areola down the bridge in the next 5 years. That's my little shout. I think he'll be down the bridge. Little project manager, that's what we need.
Brighton 2, Liverpool 1.
Yeah, Liverpool now don't have Ekitike, Isak, or Salah. I mean, they are in a lot of trouble. They're in the same boat as us, really. So, this was a good out.
I mean,
Great outcome for us.
I've been talking to friends of the pod, Jamie and Jack, who did Behind Enemy Lines, and it is basically just going to be like less shit who gets Champions League out of us two, right? It's just like we're both poor. Like I know Craig, like
maybe Everton
tough league, all that. I know it is tougher, but Chelsea, Liverpool have been awful.
I wouldn't rule out Brentford or Everton getting.
Yeah, mate. Jack said, you know what? It'd be jokes if Everton and Brentford got in or something, and we just come 7th and 8th of Chelsea, Liverpool, because they kind of deserve it.
What price do you think Everton and
I think Liverpool look like they're struggling to score, and Chelsea got Rossini.
They're a long price, but they're always going to be a long price. That's natural. But it's just like
they're 20-1 Bournemouth, Brentford, I think.
Yeah, they're long prices, obviously. But it's just,
I think they're not. Yeah, 19s, 20s.
No,
whoever gets
Everton are 20.
Whoever gets fifth whoever gets fifth out of Liverpool and Chelsea, it'd be a sour taste in your mouth. You'd be like, oh god, that was ugly. There's going to be nothing good about it. Nothing good.
Fulham 3, Burnley 1. Do we have to talk about that? Nothing good.
Fleming,
Josh King. Josh King.
I'm the host. We don't need to talk about Fulham. They're completely irrelevant. Okay, Everton 3, Chelsea 0, Leeds 0, Brentford 0.
Wow.
This was a stinker.
I'll tell you what, Leeds.
It was actually a stinker of a game.
Leeds are getting dragged in a little bit. They're drawing a lot of games, and they're only 4 points above the. They're getting dragged in a bit. I don't know.
This is a weird feeling. Yeah, but you got to remember, getting any points at this stage in the league is always good. This is a good result considering where Brentford are.
Who do you think this is a good time to talk about it? We're 7 games out. Who do you think's going down? Obviously, there's only one available, really. Obviously, Burnley, Wolves are down.
Tottenham.
I'm just gunning for Tottenham. I'm trying to just sort of visualize it. Maybe it happens.
So this is this will pay for the season ticket itself. Like, it's been a miserable experience for a lot of these games this season, but. On the 17th of May, Sunday the 17th of May, at 3 p.m. at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea might have the opportunity to relegate Tottenham Hotspur.
I'll tell you what.
Send them into the Championship with their 60,000 all-seater NFL/Premier League stadium, and they can all enjoy it in the Championship.
Chelsea are the sort of team this season that will give Tottenham points, and they'll sing about it for the rest of their lives that Chelsea kept them up.
If we lose the Spurs at home and save them I'll join the anti-Clear Lake protests.
Wow, that's documented.
That's on the pod.
That's on the pod. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. Chelsea are very, very bad at the moment.
Completely pointless anti-Clear Lake.
The Clear Lake intern goes rogue.
Craig Lake.
Craig Lake goes rogue.
Right, let's talk about the next game, which I've lost track of here.
Newcastle,
which is Newcastle 1, Sunderland 2.
Dear.
Sunderland unbeaten now in their last 8 against Newcastle in the Premier League.
Eddie Howe, Craig's best mate, Eddie Howe, having an absolute stinker. I mean, 7-2 in the new camp, and then you lose a time weird derby. That's a bad look. They
put all their energy,
and they beat Chelsea.
They put all their energy into the Chelsea game. That was one of the bizarre things. If you watch the post game at that Chelsea Newcastle game, their players like collapsing on the floor, like they're dead on their feet. It's like, do you know it's a completely pointless game for you? Like, do they know that?
I don't think it was, because if they'd beaten Sunderland, they would have been 2 points off Chelsea.
They had to go to Barcelona.
I don't think it's pointless.
Anyway, it was. I found it very strange.
They were never going to win that anyway.
They didn't rotate for that game, and that they played, such a high energy style. But anyway, worked out for them. They beat us, and then they lost to their bitter rival Sunderland, and got knocked out of the Champions League. Right, Aston Villa 2, West Ham 0.
So fairly routine.
They're a poor team, Villa, this year, but they're just going to. They're going to get top 4, aren't they?
They got goals in them, though. I think McGinn back for them is huge, and I think
McGinn back is actually important. He's really good.
They just look like a complete team now, and I'd be worried that I don't think we're catching them.
Here's my boy, Amadou Onana. He's the perfect signing for Chelsea for next season.
He doesn't do anything,
play
does he?
alongside Caicedo. He's fantastic in this game as well. Another 8.0 for him. Brilliant. Right.
The man who does nothing.
The man who does nothing unless you actually are interested in the tactical aspects of football.
Yeah.
Tottenham
We could have done
0.
with him at Everton, passing the ball sideways.
Tottenham 0, Nottingham Forest 3.
This was one of the funniest things that happened and it's probably the second funniest thing that happened on the
A
weekend.
flattering result for Forest, it looks like.
I mean, the parade before the game was something else.
I would say,
to get everyone out there.
I would say, and obviously we hate Spurs, but I will say that they are fighting relegation, but they've embraced. I respected that. They've embraced it, like the relegation battle. They were marching outside the ground, like they really got behind the team. They created a really good atmosphere in the ground. Unfortunately, the team did not respond in any way.
They got absolutely walloped 3-0 by Forest, and the goals are dreadful as well. I mean, they're so bad. It's like watching Chelsea's goals. Like this, all of them are terrible, really bad. They actually are. Well, I think this is the highest percentage they've had of being relegated now throughout the whole season. So they are in big trouble.
Yeah. So percentage chance to be relegated. So Burnley obviously down. So Wolves, West Ham are even money along with Spurs. Basically, it's basically between West Ham and Spurs. And I didn't realise, but yeah, Leeds 7-1 and Forest 6.5-1. So it is literally between West Ham and Spurs, and I believe that they play each other coming up. I think. We just have
a bit later on, I think. But yeah, I think it's last game of the season, isn't it?
Oh, it
no,
is,
I believe.
No. Yeah, it's the last game of the season. I think, is that correct?
No, they played each other twice. I think.
Have they?
Really? Okay. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they have.
Check. Is it?
Yeah,
they have. Yeah.
Looks like.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Tottenham Leeds, though. Tottenham Leeds.
Yes.
Tottenham Leeds, yeah, that is the game that they play. Sorry,
that's
I knew Spurs game that played.
I mean, Wolves away. Wolves, looking at that, Wolves away, Leeds at home. They've got to win them, or they're in huge trouble. Huge trouble.
Yeah, because they're not going to beat Sunderland away, I don't think, and they're not going to beat Villa away either.
Brighton at home. Brighton are on it at the moment.
I don't think they get. Yeah, Wolves are actually pretty good these days. Like they're not roll. You can't roll them over as you used to.
I'm looking at this and I think
they might just lose out.
Yeah, I think Spurs get 7 points from these games somehow.
And that'll probably do, to be honest, wouldn't it? That'll probably make sense.
And that means that they will finish with 37. Is that going to be enough? West Ham
going to relegate them.
Are West Ham going to get?
What was it last season?
8 or more points from their games.
Well, it's much more bunches. The last season was way lower.
Home to Leeds, home to Wolves. Oh no, Leeds is the FA Cup. So home to Wolves. Away at Palace, home to Everton.
So the thing of West Ham, they could easily win those 2 home games.
Yeah, and they finish at home to Leeds.
And they're another team. They're playing a lot better now, West Ham. And Tottenham finished 4th in the Champions League. So well done on that. That was all worth it.
Right. We've got Port Vale coming up, but we won't bother.
We've got. You can't skip the League Cup final. Come on, a little Shirky shout.
Oh yeah, so
what's going on?
Shout out for it wasn't on the around the ground sheet.
Absolutely. I mean that actually. I mean I was glum.
We did enjoy the Arsenal loss.
I've got to be honest. I was glum at 5 p.m, but I was dancing around the room when I ride. And when Kepa dropped it, man, that is beautiful. And then that rat Kai Havertz going off doing nothing because he's rubbish. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, it's like it just warms the soul.
He also missed the 1-on-1.
Yeah, he'd always do that. He'd always do that. So yeah.
I think the problem with Arsenal is they haven't actually been playing very well. I think people are looking too much at their results. Their performances are abysmal. Even that Everton game the other day, I know they won 2-0.
Honestly,
they barely got a shot off.
In open play, they're shocking. Honestly, they don't know what they're doing.
They're like celebrating corners as if it's like a penalty. That's all they're doing.
I know Saka's supposed to be like star boy. He's regressing.
I actually think Madueke might be better than Saka.
Oh, you said that.
I mean, when you're bringing Madueke on to win a game, I think
I mean, it's funny. Madueke also had an absolute stinker when he came on. He ran it out twice, miscontrolled it. It was like the ex Chelsea boys.
I tell you what, Arsenal so good. So when they come back from this international break, they've got the Porto game. They've got obviously the FA Cup game, but then they've got Porto on the Tuesday night. But then they've got
Sporting.
Quite a tough. Sporting. No. Then they've got. I think this is a tough game for them. I really do.
Definitely.
Let's have it right. They're going to win the league, I think. But
I
don't know. This is So I do. So firstly, I do think they'll win the league, but not because I don't think they're going to win out. I think because City will lose games, starting with Chelsea away potentially.
Yeah. Also, that Chelsea. I mean, I shouldn't say it's on a Chelsea pod. That Chelsea Man City game. I don't want that to be a draw. Like, we need to win to actually make it worth it, or they're going to win to have Arsenal. I don't want to draw. Draw's no good for the greater good. No.
I think Chelsea's
Win or
defence
lose.
is not
Right.
going to be good enough.
I think anything
probably.
else from you guys? I think we're wrapped up here.
Look, Port Vale are a
Port Vale-
team who,
We're not-
if
I
we
didn't
lose the
realise
Port Vale game,
Port Vale are bottom of League One. I didn't actually.
yeah,
realise
they're going to
that.
get relegated. I think if we lose to Port Vale,
I mean,
there's
he's
going to
gone.
be. I will
There might
join
not
the
be a pod-
protest.
There might not be a pod if we lose to Port Vale.
I'll join the protest.
Wow,
I
Chris
don't
is.
think we'll lose to Port
So
Vale.
if we lose to Port
We've
Vale,
had a
we're joining
few-
the
we've had-
protest, and if we lose to Spurs at home, I'm joining the protest.
The 30 Strasbourg boys and 3 FCR. We'll see you there.
That's it.
Yeah, 33 people go.
Right, that's all we've got time for today. Thanks very much, guys.
Up the England.
Yeah, looking forward to the World Cup.
Looking forward to the England
Can't-
friendlies. Whoever
Counting
they
down
are
the days
against.
to the World Cup. Tell you.
Best of luck to England. Regardless of the result against Port Vale, we will be back to talk more Chelsea. We haven't given up. For more updates on all things ESCR, you can follow us on X at Eat Sleep Chelsea and Instagram at Eat Sleep Chelsea Repeat. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube as well if you can, and subscribe and listen and whatever else you do. As always, we hope you're carefree wherever you may be, and thanks for listening.